Hi, everybody. Oh, there were some giggles there. A little peek behind the curtain. I wasn't paying attention to the countdown, and we were talking, and then I went, "Oh, 5 seconds. Here we go." So, hi, everybody. Welcome back. Good evening. Welcome back to Story Reckless. Some brief intros. I'm Nathan. I am the DM for this adventure. I use he, him pronouns. And our players, if you want to introduce yourselves. Claire?
I'm Claire. My pronouns are they, them. I am playing Kidam.
And my name is Olive. My pronouns are they, her. I'm playing Lovelace, a centaur barbarian, and I have a minor concussion probably tonight. So that's my headspace. I was fighting with big foam swords and ended up with a concussion and a second-degree burn.
On your little feetsies?
On my feet. Concrete's hot, folks.
Yeah.
Don't stand on concrete.
Yeah.
When it's really hot.
I think that happened to me once at a river, standing on big granite boulders in the summertime.
Yeah.
Yeah, it's no fun. Yeah. It was pretty funny seeing you hop around. What was that? Yesterday? Did we talk yesterday? I don't know.
Yeah.
You were hopping around on one foot.
With like the laptop like bobbing.
Yeah, I mean it was sad, but it was humorous. All right. Well, anyways, enough of the chit chat. I suppose we can go back to the story of our characters and not our burnt feet. Oh man, I don't know. There's something in the air right now. Just a little giggly. Okay. Here we go. It's serious stuff. So, welcome back to Candlekeep. Last time, Kadam and Lovelace, they escaped this mansion that they were trapped in, and afterwards had to go through a trial with the Avowed of Candlekeep because someone had died. Unfortunately, at the end of that trial, due to to Lovelace standing strong on wanting to keep her boundaries, wanting to keep her privacy, Lovelace was deemed expelled from Candlekeep. However, there was a compromise made with some negotiations, and you do have the rest of the day here, and you'll have to leave tomorrow morning. You went to do some research on what could possibly be causing these murders back in your home. You found the information. It's most likely a slithering tracker. Started to read the information on how to destroy these things when suddenly, what do you know? The book transformed into some sort of ectoplasmic creature that was trying to kill you as you heard whispers in your head of, "Feed me." And Lovelace managed to destroy it while hopping up on a table. The Avowed were rather mortified by this incident, and you found out that this was the third one this month. And that 2 other seekers who have arrived within the past 10 days also brought books that turned into these creatures. Through some investigation, it seems that these books are originating from Baldur's Gate. And you also uncovered, some unfair treatment of seekers within Candlekeep itself. 2 of the seekers that arrived, one of which was a somewhat well-known scholar by the name of Yularian High Scroll, while the other was a tiefling, bounty hunter. Her name was Valor, and she, instead of being apologized to, was made to do chores for the Avowed to make up for bringing in a dangerous book into their walls. You managed to talk to the gate warden and hopefully reduce Valor's sentence so that Valor can leave the following day. And you befriended Valor, this tiefling barbarian, and you all retired in the evening to the bath and steam house within the walls of the Court of Error to finally get some relaxation. We ended last session as you were stepping within the bathhouse, you could see the archway to the door adorned with these flowers, these bundles of flowers that are now sprinkled all throughout the court of air, alluding to the festival of green grass the next day. And as you stepped in and got yourselves comfortable and got down into one of these large stone steaming bath pools, all three of you, Lovelace, you looked at Valor, slapped your arm down on the tile, and challenged her to a arm wrestling match. And Valor gleefully accepted. So, as we pick up this session, Lovelace, your arm, and you feel that slap as Valor's hand connects.
I also just want to get like a better sense. So this is where are we? Like, are they like hot tub pool things? Is it a sauna?
So I'm imagining this as, let's see, I'm gonna look at the building. So I'm imagining this as like there's one big central chamber with probably 4 or 5 of these kind of bowl-shaped pools with just steam rising out of them. And they seem to be able to heat the water somehow. And you can see other seekers and other basically hot tubs. But you managed to find one for the 3 of you that you can sink down into. And then on either side of this rectangular shaped room, you can see there are doorways, and you can see some people coming out with steam billowing out. So there are saunas off to the sides. And I think for good measure, there is one final room at the back where they have a cold pool for people that want to partake in that. But it is, there's a wall separating that room from the hot tub room. So you're in one of these 5 pools. I don't know, maybe one in the corner.
And what are folks wearing?
Nothing. It's a
Probably
bathhouse.
my night dress.
Night dress? Yeah. Pajamas.
Yeah.
Maybe like
bring a
wrapped with a
bathing
towel.
suit.
Yeah, actually, Kadam and Lovelace, like, what? I mean, Lovelace, I guess you don't really wear pants, right? Like, you just wear a top, right?
If a centaur were wear pants, would it be like this?
Yeah, I
Would
don't
it be
know.
like entire horse body?
Would there be pants on the back and a little like shirt thing on the front and then another shirt on top? No, but yeah, I don't know. What are you wearing? I imagine Valor probably went into wherever the changing rooms are, and came out just with the towel and then just took it off naked, sinked down into this pool.
Cool. I can hang with that.
Okay.
Yeah, so I think when like Lovelace gets into the pool, there's probably like significant overflow. Just from the amount of water getting displaced.
Definitely.
Yeah, and she's like, okay, Valor, let's do this.
All right.
And just like this look of like determination comes in Lovelace's eyes, and I would like to rage.
Okay, go for it. You can absolutely rage as you're staring at Valor with this determination. I don't have a token for Valor, everyone, so I'm just having to use what her stat block is. So it's this weird dude in armor. Let me see, what does she get? Okay. All right, so yeah, go for it. Roll your athletics check with advantage.
With advantage. Yeah. Okay, let's do this.
Oh boy.
Kapow! 19.
Move over here. 19. Oh my god. Okay. Okay,
I
Valor.
am, I think, sitting on the opposite side of the bowl from the 2 of them, so I have a good view, and just kind of staying out of the way.
Yeah, no problem. So as you're sitting there, if Valor had advantage, she would have got a natural 20, but she didn't have advantage, so she got a 5. So you grabbing her arm. I mean, she is definitely strong, but you tap into your rage, and just with that determination, you watch as she, for a moment, grits her teeth, as there's just a moment where you're both kind of equal, and then almost immediately you just slam her arm down, boom, with a wet slap onto the That was good. I like it. One more. I think I can get you this time.
I doubt it. I got more horsepower than you do.
Hey, I was waiting to see if it was okay to make such jokes, but hey, if you make them yourself. Well, whew. So you don't want to do another one. All right.
No, let's do it. I'll beat you every time.
Are you sure? Okay, one more time.
Absolutely.
One more. Let's do it. I tell you what.
I'm in the zone.
All right. Let's do this.
I can only do this 3 times a day, 2 times a day.
I know you're like, I gotta do it now. All right, here we go. Baldur. God, yeah, no, there's just no way. So again,
natural 1 got removed.
Yeah, very lucky. So again, boom, slam down, and yeah, she just. All right. You definitely got a bit more oomph behind you than I do.
It's the leverage, you know. Like I got like a good center of gravity.
Well, you know, maybe I can best you at something else. Perhaps some light sparring later, if you're interested.
You know I am.
Oh, excellent. So, here we are in this nice bathhouse. Oh, I haven't been in here in quite a few days. Just been trying to get these damn chores done so I can leave. But thank you for speaking with the gate warden. I appreciate that. Hopefully I can leave here sooner rather than later.
Absolutely. What kind of chores have they been having you do? You looked like you were reshingling that roof.
Well, that is taking up most of my time, but just other things, you know, washing floors, things like nothing too bad. But the roof was the big one that needed to get done, so that's what they had me doing.
All right.
So, you're headed back to Baldur's Gate, is that right? I hear that's where you're from?
Yeah. We're heading back tomorrow morning. We sort of got kicked out ourselves. So.
Really? And what you do?
Yep.
Kill someone or something?
No, but there was a dead body involved.
Oh, alright. But you did not kill the body.
No, actually, the one body that I did kill disappeared. It was a little odd.
It is
I
odd.
didn't tell them about that, did I? Well,
Irony
Do you know
probably
what-
got to it.
that's fair. Do you happen to know anything about fiends? I don't know that much, and this one just kind of melted into a puddle of goo and then vanished after I killed it.
I know a little, but you know, just because I'm tiefling doesn't mean I know everything. I mean,
Sure, I've asked a couple of people this, and no one seems to know, but that's all right.
I just know that if you come up against one, it's probably better to run, unless you have some sort of magic behind you, or a magical weapon, perhaps. I think that silver might do the job as well.
All
But
right.
other than that, I know there are 2 types of fiends. There's the more chaotic demons, and those that are more, well, closer to where my heritage comes from. The devils. But
All right.
I don't know too much. I grew up speaking a little. Is you know, my mother, she would speak it quite often. Felt it
Speaking
was
a little.
infernal, the
Ah.
language of the 9 hells.
Yeah, you hear that occasionally around Baldur's Gate.
Yes, you hear lots of things around Baldur's Gate.
That's true.
Uh, only been there a few times, passed through recently, to get that last book, but it's a interesting town. What about you, Lovelace? You from Baldur's Gate? Did you grow up there?
Not originally. We moved there about 10 years ago. Me and my family, we came as refugees. I've been working there since.
So you're living outside the walls then?
Oh yeah, of course.
I noticed lots of other encampments around the walls. Seems that folk, if you're not born there, it seems, then it's unlikely you live on the other side of the walls.
Yeah, you got no chance. Except as workers, of course. And even then, you have to pay to work to pass through those damn gates.
Yes, well, have you traveled much? Because it's pretty common around lots of cities to
No.
have to pay to get in.
I've never been. Baldur's Gate. It's maybe the only city I've ever been in. Traveled around the area a bit, though.
Well,
This is
as shit as Cormyr is, there are some nice cities out there. Also, if you ever get the chance to head out east to Elturel, now that is a city to behold. You heard much about it? It's your neighboring city. I heard there's lots of tension between you and Elturel and Baldur's Gate. No?
Maybe not.
well,
not
politically
anything that trickles
speaking.
down to us.
Yeah,
Most
I
of
have
the
no.
outer city.
Oh, I have no particular problem with Elturel. I know it's a holy site, but that's. It's hard to tell what's propaganda and what's fact, you know?
It's very true. It took me quite some time to learn that from myself. Well, if you ever make it out to Elturel without issue from your home, I'd recommend seeing it. There's this, they call it the Companion. It is this great sphere, like a big globe that hovers above the city, and it produces this almost like a second sun. Produces bright light over the entire city. It's well, you got to have some heavy curtains for sleeping.
I was gonna say, does it glows during the night too?
Oh yes. If you don't have the coin to afford the nicer inns, then your sleep is not gonna be so great. They got curtains, but they're shit.
What about you? Where are you headed next?
Well, back to Elturel, actually. So I will be passing through Baldur's Gate, but I'm in a bit of a hurry, so probably going to be... Kadam, do you have a horse?
No, I don't.
Yeah, well, I would say we
Do you?
travel together, but I'm in a bit of a rush.
You're on horseback yourself?
Indeed.
Well, I mean, you're welcome to travel with us. Certainly, I would enjoy that. But, I don't know if I can jog for 8 hours a day.
That would be quite impressive.
I don't do this for many people, Kidam. But I could carry you.
Is that the thing?
Well, thank you. Is that something you'd be comfortable with?
Well, we do want to get back as quickly as possible, of course.
Of course.
Of course.
Of course. All right, Lovelace. I'll take you up on that.
Nathan, game ability wise, can I do that?
Man, I mean, you are smaller for a centaur, so it would be like,
Medium size. I can carry like
yeah.
something like as if I was a size larger.
Oh, you have the yeah, I forget what they call that, but yeah.
So my carrying capacity is
More than me.
carrying capacity is 510 pounds.
That's more than me.
Yeah, sure. Then yeah, you can you can ride with Kadam on your back. I'm just deciding whether it makes sense to have you do like a check at the end of each day.
That makes total sense, I think. I think I'm not used to people, so even if like the weight's okay, the like shifting around and balance is probably totally off.
Yeah. So the check would be a constitution check is how it usually works for exhaustion. So what were you gonna say, Kadam?
Oh, I have no experience riding horses.
Then yes, you're definitely gonna be making a check because Kadam's probably gonna be really awkward riding on you. Great. Okay.
Yeah, no problem. I can do that.
Great. I wouldn't mind the company, but like I said, I am in a bit of a hurry, so but it's always good to travel with companions.
Yeah, I've done it loads of times.
Well, perhaps we get more drinks after this to celebrate, and we will head off. Well, I need to find out if I can leave actually tomorrow or not. I still have 3 or 2 days left. What was it? 3 days?
Velma said 3.
Right.
Oh, is Velma around? Is she still with us?
Velma is very like awkwardly standing by the front doors, just keeping an eye on you. But you can see she looks very uncomfortable because she's still just wearing her robes in this hot, steamy bathhouse. Yeah. And yeah, Inquiry just looks. Or sorry, Inquiry. Oh my god, I can't believe I did it. I'm so sorry. Yeah. So there's another tiefling. There's another tiefling in a home game I run, and it's just yeah. So,
you've done that for both irony and now valor.
I know.
Yeah.
They're not like Inquiry at all. It just okay. It's terrible. Okay. Valor looks over her shoulder towards Velma. All right. Well, hopefully my sentence gets reduced and we can leave in the morning. Otherwise, go on without me. I'll catch up.
All right.
Cool. So, would you like to do anything else at the bathhouse? Ask Valor anything else? Talk with anyone else? Anything?
I think Lovelace doesn't know how to interact with Valor. And has exhausted the physical interaction, socially acceptable thing. And so I think it's kind of like hanging out in the corner of a pool.
I mean, Valor will try to talk, strike up conversation.
I'll make small talk, sure.
Yeah, I mean, Valor definitely asks you questions about your life. What else? Like what you do, what is it you do on a day-to-day basis? So whatever you want to share with Valor. But yeah.
Yeah, I'd probably tell Valor. Oh God, would I talk about criminal background or the current ambulance work?
I don't know.
Can I get an insight check to see Valor, why? No. So Valor, what got you into bounty hunting specifically? You said you were a knight. There's lots of directions you could go. You could have been a mercenary. You could have been a caravan guard. Why bounty hunting?
Well, it can pay well. It has some independence to it. Unlike mercenary work, usually you end up in some sort of company. You have to go back to more of that soldier-like life, rank and file, all that. I liked the independence of being a bounty hunter. And I can choose the work I want to do. Nobody's telling me what to do. I just go and I look for jobs. People approach me. I decide whether I want to do it or not. I liked the independence.
Yeah, I also made a career shift ways back where I was moving cargo around the city. It's kind of the default job that us centaurs have like fallen into. But I don't know, I didn't like it. I wanted to like have more say over what I did. So like now I'm working as kind of like an ambulance worker, where that's how we're co-workers actually, gesturing at Kadam.
Really?
There's this. Do you know about the cruise in Baldur's Gate?
No, I mean, I've only passed through a few times.
It's kind of like almost like guilds, but like real small, like just groups of folk in the same line of work who look out for each other. Yeah, it's like a cross between like a guild and a gang. And I'm currently, I don't know, hauling folk around and protecting the healers crew.
So by ambulance you mean you carry people around? Is that what I'm understanding?
Yeah, carry people. It's more like a mobile sort of clinic. There's like a whole cart and whatnot. We actually converted it from a corpse wagon.
Oh. Hey, that's creative.
Yeah.
Yeah, that's good. So you're helping those out that are not so fortunate then. Kadam, you do this too? Do you go around with a big wagon?
I don't tend to go around with the wagon. Sometimes the wagon comes to me, though. I'm frankly primarily a midwife. I do emergency medicine work when it's needed, certainly.
This is good. Very good.
But we're both part of the healer's crew.
Fascinating. What about there are more crews then? Is this like an official thing? What can you tell?
No, nothing official.
Oh, I see.
We're
Just
working
more
on that
about
bit.
relationships and like what work needs to get done.
I see. Yes, well, Baldur's Gate, my time there did seem like a very rough place. I can see why you were able to get your hands on the corpse wagon. Definitely saw my fair share of those. But it's nice to hear that there's someone going around with one of these corpse wagons, not just for the corpses.
We try and get there before they become corpses.
It's good. It's good. Yeah. And do you have any other questions for Valor? No.
Nope.
Yeah. This evening goes on as you finish up your bath in this bathhouse. I just realized I had her stack block up, just covering the map. You're welcome to do the sauna and cold dip as well, but nevertheless, you can stay as long as you want, and afterwards, feeling however you feel, hopefully refreshed, stepping back out into the cool night air, still hearing that chanting of the Avowed echoing through the court. Velma does pull Valor aside as you're stepping out. Valor, you two just wait a moment, please. I've been informed by the gate warden, Master Brightwood, that your time here has come to an end. You are welcome to leave in the morning if you wish. Ha! Still drinks on house with them though, right? Yes. That is entirely up to them whether they wish to do that or not, but yes. Anyways, thank you. Okay, we can all head back now. Are you all going to bed now?
Not just yet.
Okay.
How are you going to be in 2 different rooms, Velma.
Be in 2 different rooms? I'm sorry?
Are we not supposed to have an escort at all times?
Well, when you go to bed, it'll be fine. That is your private quarters. Is that what you mean?
That's what I meant, yes.
Yes. When you go to bed, it'll be fine. We'll have someone outside your door in the hall, but nobody will be in the room with you. I will be switching out my shift with someone tonight. Once you go to bed.
I hope so.
Me too.
All right.
All right. So, you,
I think I do want to spend the evening. I don't know if we need to do a scene with it.
Yeah.
But, hang out with Little One a little bit. And I promised Little One to tell the story of kind of like our time in the mansion.
Right. Okay. Yeah. So, stepping into the warmth of the hearth, you can see the roaring fire in the center and Samantha busily at the counter. And there's far more seekers in here now. You can see that the bar is nearly full. Most of the tables are occupied. Little One is in the corner right now, scarfing down probably 4 plates of food. Yeah, you can easily enough go in the corner. As you enter, though, Valor does grab you by the arm, Lovelace, and just says, I noticed you were not drinking earlier. Would you like some beverage? Non-alcoholic? Something alcoholic? What would you like?
Something non-alcoholic, I think, but now's a good time while it's on the house.
That's what I was thinking. What would you like?
What you got? You got anything that's fun, Samantha?
Yes, Lovelace. Let's see. We have a lovely. Let's see, this time of year. We have a lovely strawberry lemonade. It is just recently come into season. The strawberries are very, very fresh. Would you like that?
Sounds fantastic.
Wonderful.
I can recommend that one. I had it earlier.
Yeah, would you like another one, Kadam?
Yes, please.
Excellent. Valor. Yes, please just bring me some more of your finest vodka, please. It is on the house tonight, so really, the best you have, please. Excellent. I will bring the drinks to all of you if you want to get yourself settled. So yeah, if you want to go hang out with Little One, Lovelace, Kadam, do you want to go over to Little One?
No, actually. DM question.
Yeah.
The mattresses in our room, how stuffed were they? Like, were they stuffed to the point that they aren't really bendable?
Uh-huh.
Or could, like, if I put forth, could I fold them or drape them? Or, yeah.
Honestly, I don't think you would be able to. Like, they are well made and sturdy. They're not like something you would find at some dingy inn in Baldur's Gate where you could just flop it. It's not like filled with hay or something. These are like well-made mattresses.
Okay.
What were you thinking? Like, why this very specific question?
Well, I sincerely doubt they have leaning couches for centaurs.
Right.
And I was thinking of rigging one up for Lovelace.
Aww.
But I think I'm gonna go back to our room and drag one of the mattresses onto the floor and kind of put it right up next to the other one, so that you've got mattress immediately against the bed frame. And then probably shove both of our packs together right underneath the bed, and maybe like kind of prop them up a little bit. And if there's a spare sheet around, I'll cover our packs with that.
Okay. And this is for Lovelace to be able to lay down on tonight.
That's right. I don't know if she'll use it, but We'll see.
Okay, so you head off to the room. Velma will pull aside an avowed that will follow you just to go wait by your door, while Velma stays in the main room just off to the side. While Lovelace, you head over to Little One. Little One sees you approaching, and you can see that he is currently has gotten his hands. I guess he was eating dinner, but off to the side, you can see that Gutweed is on the table with like a little ball of yarn, just kind of batting it around, rolling around on the table, while Little One is eating. Looks up at you.
Lovelace. I got Gutweed a little toy. Hope you don't mind.
Yeah. Looks great.
Are you
How are
hungry?
you?
Are you hungry?
Nah. Baths always diminish my appetite.
Ah,
Got a drink coming.
excellent. Well, would you like to join us? I mean, it is your cat. You could take your cat now if you would like.
Yeah. About that. We're gonna be moving pretty quick tomorrow. I don't have a cat carrier. And it sounds like I'm gonna be maybe carrying Kidam on my back.
Oh, okay.
How would you like a cat, little one?
You gonna give me Gutweed?
I mean, you
Are
did
you
feel
sure?
good with him today.
Oh, Lovelace. But I mean, yes, I would love a cat. Are you sure?
I'd say that I could come back and visit, but it sounds like that might not be on the table. This might be my last time in Candlekeep.
Well, why would that be? I would you just gotta bring another book in. It's no problem.
Yeah, they didn't like the fact that, like, I didn't tell them everything. Like,
Oh,
they, like, did this, like, big interrogation. And
Oh, yeah.
they seem to think that they have, like, access to, like, every single part of your life. And if you say no to anything, they just kick you out.
oh, well, that's very unfortunate.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah, they can be a bit, well, those that run security, especially Gatewood and Brightwood, being a priest of Agma, they value no secrets being held, and, well, I'm terribly sorry to hear that.
I didn't really like this place anyway.
Oh,
I mean, don't mean any disrespect for this home that you've chosen, but
That's
it just
okay.
seems very inflexible. These walls.
they
Like,
do
there's just-
have some rules.
Yeah. Control who comes, who goes, who has access to what. Gotta pay your way to just, like, even exist here for a little while.
You're not wrong. It's just hard for me to... I get caught up in being too critical because I just have... Everywhere else has rejected me, and
Yeah. It's awesome that you've, like, built a space for yourself here. You
I
seem
really...
happy.
I am. And there's a lot of wonderful people here, despite the strict rules. Oh, I'm so sorry, Lovelace, to hear that. Well, that means we got just tonight then, for you to
Just
tell
tonight,
me all the
yeah.
stories.
And
Please.
yeah.
I would
yeah,
love to
so
hear
I think Lovelace launches into just, like, telling the story of, like, the mansion, the fighting of the things, the, like, invisible, like, kind of like cat and mouse game that we did, finding Gutweed and the other cats.
Oh yeah, he is absolutely just locked into
Can I make a
this.
performance check or something?
Yeah, go for it. Absolutely. If you want to make a check, go for it.
+0.
Yeah, let's
So
see.
that's a 15.
Hey, yeah, it's a you do a very good job of telling this story. He is very enamored with everything that you're saying and asking follow-up questions, gets caught up in those tense moments. The moment with the mimic, you see him get really worried, and he keeps asking questions like, are you okay? Like, can I see your arm? Is it still scarred? And I'm assuming you show him, and I don't know. Do we say, is there still some, because you did get cure wounds cast on it, so it probably healed up pretty well.
But probably the like those wounds are just like red or whatever.
Yeah.
But like he does see the lightning scars coming
Yes.
up.
And
the
also
missing
on
finger.
the missing finger,
Yeah.
and then on your face as well, right?
Does Kidam come out at any point here?
Yeah. I'm certainly not hanging around in the room.
I think like kind of like in this boisterous kind of like storytelling bar thing, like Lovelace will like pull up Kidam and be like, and this wonderful human or half elf.
We get you.
Nice to
just
see
like
how you think
came
of
out
me,
of nowhere. Like
Lovelace.
they grabbed this demon with their hands and melted them, and like they fought these like this like cloud of books, like just came out of nowhere. Quite the fighter.
And Valor has definitely come up at this point and is listening in as Kadam, you walk up and Lovelace is saying this, and Valor looks at you. No shit, Lovelace. You got attacked by more books inside this mansion?
It's been a book bad place.
What is it with this place and all the books and things coming alive and...
it does happen more than you think.
And then he quickly looks over at Velma.
Not for a while, but
But 3 times this month?
Oh, yeah, no, there was, you, Valor, I remember when you came in and you were telling people about it, and then there was that other guy, anyways, he also got attacked, but even before that, there's all kinds of things that happen on the other side of that green gate over there,
He looks at Velma.
But, we don't usually tell those stories because it's stuff that happens with the Avowed. Never to the Seekers, mind you. This is a rare event. Yeah. Anyways, so that was a fascinating story, Lovelace. I just can't believe it. You found yourself inside a mansion that was just in that room. Oh my. I'm gonna have to write this all down if that's okay.
Yeah.
I've been hoping one day to write a book of my own, but we'll see. I thought maybe my story might make a good one, a small book.
Yeah, you should do that. That sounds great.
Thank you. I appreciate the support.
What if you wrote a collection of stories that Seekers give you? You can write your own, and then whoever else comes in, you can have a full book of just short stories.
That's wonderful. Yeah. Well, thank you, Kadam. That's a great idea. I mean, I have all kinds of stories I've collected over the years. Wonderful. I wonder what I'll call it. Maybe like, something with Candlekeep in the name or something. I don't know. Anyways, I'm sure I'll...
Put your name in the title, like Little Stories.
Little ones...
Fables.
Little ones' fables. Well, maybe some spirits from beyond will come up with some names that I'll somehow come into my head
through chat.
That I might know about.
Anyways, yeah. So you have a nice evening with Little One and Valor. And yes, little chat, if you want to, feel free to put in some titles for
Little Tall Tales.
Little Tall Tales. Oh, that's cute. That one's really good. So anyways, would you like to do anything else for the evening in here?
I would like to play wing person for Lovelace.
You would
I'm too scared. I'm too scared.
Oh, gotcha. Yeah. Okay. What do you do?
I know.
Yeah. What do you do?
I know that she has some anxieties around the talking part of interacting with people.
Uh-huh.
So I just kind of keep conversation going, asking questions to Valor and Lovelace about each other so that they can at least get to know each other a little bit better.
Okay.
Um,
Go ahead and make a persuasion check. I think is the best check here. I mean, I don't think it's deception. You're not trying to deceive.
no. That ain't great. 12.
12.
Could I use the help action?
Yes, you absolutely can. But I would like to know, just for flavor, what do you do to help?
No.
To help? Because you can't just, are you gonna?
Can I fight
sit there?
someone?
If you do, you know that you would just be kicked out like tonight. Like you wouldn't even be able to sleep in the. Yeah, like that is one of their. And when you first entered Candlekeep, that was like one of the 5 rules. So yeah.
Also, don't hurt the books, and I definitely stabbed a book.
Yes, you did.
It weren't a book.
Yeah.
It was a
Yeah.
gingwatzim.
So I would say yes, you can fight someone. Just know what the consequences may be if you decide to.
Okay.
Or you could do something else. I don't know. Yeah. What do you want to do?
I don't think I can help. I think I hide.
Should I roll with disadvantage?
No, just the straight roll is fine. 12. I mean, Valor is interested and is definitely happy to talk with you, Kadam, and hear the stories. But Valor does try to lead the conversation back to Lovelace and like engage with Lovelace.
I encourage that.
And I think because Lovelace is just not sure what to do, it never quite gets to the point where any moves are made on Valor's part. So, Valor, tries to have the conversation throughout the night, but it always ends up going back to Kadam and Valor having the majority of the conversation.
Yeah. Sounds about right.
So,
All right.
she's not disinterested. She's definitely interested. It's just, not the mood isn't right tonight. Hey, you're traveling with Valor for 5 days, so there's time.
I can't provide them with nearly as much privacy on the road, though.
No, you cannot. I mean, Lovelace, you do have one more chance if you want to come up with something that Lovelace would do as the evening is wrapping up. I mean, Valor's definitely had quite a few drinks at this point.
I think the moment comes up, like people have started to die down, or leave the room. There's some space. There's like a silence that descends over the table.
Mm-hmm.
Looks over, makes eye contact. It's
Okay.
just like, well, time for me to go to bed. And turns and
Okay. It just trots away. Valor just
very stiffly.
Valor just watches you leave, and then looks at you, Lovelace. Looks at you, Kadam. I guess she's a little shy, huh?
She's incredibly shy around people that either intimidate or impress her.
Well, I mean, I know I'm impressive, but it's nice to hear it from you. Well, it's been wonderful talking with you and Lovelace. The moments we did get to talk tonight, but I think it's time I retire. I've been really enjoying the drinks tonight. But I see you in the morning, nice and early, yeah?
Nice and early. You gonna be all right for early?
Yeah, I'll be fine.
All right.
Trust me, I've had a lot worse.
I believe you.
All right, good night, Kadam, little one.
Good night.
All right. So,
I will head back to our room. Lovelace, you find it set up as I described.
Oh, Kidam.
Yeah.
That's really sweet of you. Wait, what are you gonna sleep on?
Well, the mattress that's on the bed.
Ah,
I was
got it.
thinking, well, I tend to sleep a little curled up anyway, so if you take the one on the floor, and then you can lean on the foot of the bed that's still on the bed frame. That might work. The mattresses are stiffer than I wanted them to be.
Yeah, well, it's very kind of you. Let's try it. I've slept in worse.
Climb into bed.
Okay.
Climb onto bed. Beds.
All right. You settle down for the night and begin your long rest. There's...
Long rest.
I'm assuming neither of you take watch because you're inside of the
That's
house
true.
of rest. So, Kadam, as you find yourself drifting off into sleep, you have dreams that you would expect of home, family, traveling, maybe some of the past events you've been experiencing. But at one point, there is this beautiful green light that just fills your vision. And you can see there is some sort of shape within it, a shadow, something caught in this light, like a silhouette of some figure. And this figure, it slowly expands outwards as you realize there are wings opening up. Not 2 wings, though. 4 wings. 6 wings. And as this figure is getting closer to you, you see a humanoid form, the wings attached to these arms, almost covered in beautiful radiant feathers. So there are 6 arms on this humanoid form as these wings are extending out. And the head is what almost looks like a mask of a human face. It's not fully defined. It is very simple, probably close to a white in coloration. And coming off of the head are these beautiful ram's horns that spiral up off the head. This form gently floats there before you, the feet dangling below, which look to be humanoid themselves, very relaxed. And as the light starts to diminish, the scene around you becomes more clear. And you realize that you're standing in the streets of Norchapel. It is muddy. You can start to hear the rabble of the day filling your ears. And then another sound cuts through as you hear something being hit hard. And you watch as the figure kind of drifts to the side, revealing someone, just a person in their work clothes, down in the mud as a flaming fist soldier is over them, just smacking them with a baton. What do you do?
Is this the same person that I keep seeing in my dreams where I'm like grabbing their foot? Is it a different one? Same person as I encountered 6 months ago.
Looking at the person, you see a half-orc, one that you recognize. A bear of a man. Large tusks and streaks of hair that are dyed red. And he is cowering on the ground as this flaming fist is beating him. And let's see, what are they saying? Well, for now, you can just see that he is being beaten by this flaming fist.
Mm-hmm.
And yes, this floating six-winged figure drifts to the side. And then the head turns and looks towards you.
Oh gosh. Am I aware of this being a dream?
Make
Or does
a
this feel...
make an perception check, insight check, maybe.
Uh-huh.
I think insight. It's like more about
Okay.
feeling the, it's an insight on yourself.
Dirty 20.
Yes, you become aware that this is a dream, but it's not. It is. You become aware that this is some kind of constructed space.
Mm-hmm.
But the figure that's staring at you right now expectantly with the six wings, you realize that you cannot control that figure. Like if this was a dream, you would realize you could, probably will it to do something.
Right.
You cannot. This figure is there and present.
I turned to the figure. Why are you showing me this? This has never happened. Are you showing me a future?
They just stare at you, expectantly, waiting.
I will push past this figure, and call towards the flaming fist. Excuse me. Could I have your attention for a minute?
The flaming fist looks up. A bit of spittle kind of comes off the lip as he has this snarl on his face. What do you want?
I was wondering if I could have your assistance down the road a bit. There's a cart that's been overturned and someone's trapped underneath it.
This filthy half-orc didn't pay his toll. I'm a bit preoccupied. Move on.
If I pay his toll, will you come with me?
Perhaps if you pay double.
I will dig into my purse for a silver.
Okay. Make a wisdom check.
Um, 21.
Oh, wow. Okay. There is a silver piece in there.
I will hand that over.
Takes it from you. Looks at it.
Please, sir.
Think I'm gonna need just a bit more. Just a bit.
There are people hurt.
So what? People hurt here every day. And I got this problem here in front of me. One that needs solving.
Sorry, 1 second. Checking a new spell. I'm gonna cast Calm Emotions on both him and the half-orc,
Okay.
just in case.
Do they make a
Heck.
save, right?
Probably. Charisma save.
Charisma save?
I'll cast it on myself too. Why not? I'm a humanoid within 60 feet.
I'll just do this guy. There we go. Wisdom save.
Charisma.
Oh, charisma. I'm sorry. Let me. Okay. Gonna reroll charisma. I rolled a natural 20.
Oh, that's higher than 14.
Sometimes the dice. Damn it. Damn it, dice. But that's what the dice say. So, yeah, this this guard sees you do this and immediately
Hey, you better cut that out.
and lifts the baton and starts to come towards you.
I would like to do my best to avoid the blows, but stay close enough that it looks like he could have a chance of catching me. I want to lure him off of this person.
Okay. Deception check maybe to like try to dodge out of the way.
I'm not as good as. Oh dear, no.
Unless you had another idea. I could see this. To stay consistent. Let's make it another wisdom check because it's like you're trying to influence the dream space. Unless you had another idea.
I was thinking Dex, but I mean any of these it wouldn't succeed.
Yeah. Well, what was it total?
I rolled 3.
Okay. Yeah. So yeah, this guard comes towards you, and I'm just gonna use this. Don't worry about recording the damage. It's an 11 to hit. I don't actually think that hits your armor class. So yeah, you're able to dodge out of the way. But as this goes on, and this guard is just coming up to you and starts trying to beat you, you see his angry face, spittle coming out of his mouth as he's shouting at you, and you can see Imsh behind him look up and like does a thankful nod to you and starts to scramble out of the mud and run away. And there's one last swing as the angry face screams at you, and then it kind of dissipates, and you find yourself standing in this beautiful starry void. And as you look over, you can see that figure, which now seems to have almost a very feminine body now, as opposed to the one earlier, which was a bit more masculine in its shape. And the wings have grown larger and have the coloration has become a brighter gold, or we'll say green because we had that green coloration earlier. So these beautiful green wings, and they've grown bigger. The body has become more feminine, and the kind of porcelain mask like shape where the head is as well has become softer in its form, and the horns are now much smaller. And this figure floats there before you, and then you wake up. Lovelace. As you lie there in your dreams, you start to see flashes again of experiences and people that you've seen before and that have been occurring to you throughout many, since the incident, really. You see familiar faces, you see ones you haven't seen before, and there's a bit, there's a slight different characterization to some of these whereas before the images were more representational, like the colors matched what you would expect and they looked more like memories. They start to shift into this more bluish, ethereal looking color. And you feel, as you're watching these scenes of people in combat, people crying, people loving each other, embracing, those human forms, or humanoid forms rather, as you see all different types of species, they start to shift into this bluish ethereal hue, and you can see this faint light blue light starting to course up from the ground through them. And the ground itself where there was grass or cobblestone or mud or jungle vines as well, starts to turn into this almost sea of light with flecks of light blue stars underneath the earth, and you can all see it coursing into all these humanoids. Looking down at your feet, you can see it starting to course up into your hooves. And you can see this almost network running throughout below you in the earth. Would you like to do anything in your dream as you're seeing all these disparate scenes flashing by?
I think... So this is strange because I'm actually in my own body this time, as opposed to like being in, kind of like inhabiting the viewpoint of like other people this time.
Yeah.
And like seeing that it's like more ethereal, I feel like I'm kind of like peeking behind the veil here.
Mm-hmm.
I mean, I gotta go down. I gotta follow where these streams are coming from, right? I gotta chase the rabbit.
Okay.
Does it look like the pulses are coming up, or like from below, or going from people down?
No, it looks like they are coming up from the earth into the people.
Okay, I think I approach somebody, so like the closest figure that I see.
Yeah.
And I reach down, I like kneel down and like grab the tendril or the river. I try to, and then I like start to like pull myself down through the floor.
Okay, so we see you standing there as we pull out, and you can see you're now standing in this speckled, almost similar to, I guess, what Kadam saw, this almost starfield-like space. But you can see there are shapes of either plants or buildings and different humanoids sprinkled all throughout this massive space, and they're all pulsing with this light. And you can see those tendrils going down into some hard to define floor space. And you go up to one of these figures, seeing it like a vein coursing up into them. And you reach down. Go ahead, and I want you to make a wisdom check to try to see if you can see what happens. Will what you want to happen. An 8.
That's an 8.
You reach down towards the earth, and your hand suddenly makes contact with grass, and it does not push through. And you watch as that strange starscape below you rapidly solidifies, and you look up and you just watch as the world around you just solidifies.
No, I was so close. What is this? What's connecting us? What's the through line? This makes no sense.
And you find yourself standing there shouting in this field filled with rusty swords, armor. You can see some bits of bone even poking up through the grass as you're shouting up into the sky. And you wake up. And when you wake up, above you, in the ceiling, you watch as these massive, spectral-looking jaws of what looks like a dragon. This thing is probably a good 5 feet in width, you know, where the jaw is, as it starts to descend from the ceiling down towards you, and you see a pair of luminous eyes look at you, and there's this floating spectral dragon head above you. Kadam, I think at this point you've probably... Well, let's see. Are you still awake, or did you fall back asleep? What do you think, Kadam?
Is that a question for me?
Would you have been laying? Would you have tried to go back to sleep, or do you think you would have been laying there, awake? like pondering what just happened to you?
I would have gone for a walk.
Okay, so Lovelace is alone in the room as this happens. This spectral dragon head comes down through the ceiling towards you, and you hear this almost soothing voice, this hum.
Whoa, 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 whoa. And I think I'm like scrambling for like a spear or like a pointy stick. I'll break some furniture if I have to.
As you're scrambling away, you watch the eyes follow you. These wisps of... It looks like this kind of blue ethereal light, just almost like smoke billowing off of the bottom of the jaw and at the back of the head. And this dragon head has, you know, barbels on it, like you would see on like a catfish, right? These kind of long whisker like pieces coming off the snout, and little fins where you would expect ears to be. And this floating spectral head is there, just as you're scrambling away in panic, trying to grab your weapons, and you just hear the head go, "No, please. Don't worry. I'm not here to hurt you."
Where's Kidam? What did you do?
Who's Kidam?
My companion. They were just here.
Appears they're not here. I don't know where they are. I don't normally make my way up here, but I couldn't help notice the flow of spirits into you. So I wanted to see what all the ruckus was about. What's your name?
What's yours?
Miram.
Lovelace.
Pleasure.
Spirits. You saw those pulses, that light. What is happening to me?
I have no idea. I just happened to notice I was down, making my way through the caverns, and I saw them all moving to a spot in space. So I followed, and here I am with someone to talk to. Tell me. And it kind of gets even closer to you. Do you have any news from the outside? Where are you from?
I want to tap its nose with the spear. Just be like, or like maybe one of the whiskers.
Yeah.
That like are straying too close. Like, can I even interact with this?
You can. You go to tap it, and there is a slight give. You feel a slight resistance as you were pushing in on the bottom of the jaw, and the voice goes, please stop. No, please stop it. Can you please stop doing that?
Okay.
Thank you.
I don't know what you mean. I don't know what's happening to me.
I just want to know any news you might have from the outside, please. I don't get to speak with many.
It was sunny today.
That's...
There was some fog in the morning. Coming
no,
off the ocean.
please. This is small talk. Anything exciting? Where are you from? What have you experienced? What have you seen? Are there any wars? Are there any loves in your life? Are there anything I would love to know? Please.
If I tell you things, well, can you tell me anything?
I'm happy to tell you what I know. I could tell you what I know now if you like. What would you like to know?
What are those lights? What is this network that I keep seeing? Who are these other people?
I'm not sure who they are, but the spirits seem to be drawn to you. those who have not quite left this world, or maybe even those who are still trapped here like me. Those of us still connected. Unfortunately, my connection is limited.
Well, fair enough. Stories of the outside. Well, I heard that some adventurers went into the mines of Philander.
Baldur. What a silly name. Are you sure it wasn't Vandalver?
Yeah, that's the one. Yeah.
Ah, yes, up north, near
Yeah,
Mount
they-
Hope now.
It was a while ago.
How long? What did they
Don't
do?
remember. They fought some creatures. They learned that real treasure was friendship all along.
Kadam, we'll say you've been on your walk for a while at this point, unless you wanted to do something on your walk specifically.
I do, but I'm perfectly happy wrapping up Lovelace's predicament first.
I was
Actually, you know what?
I thought it would be a good moment for maybe you returning from your walk. But what was your idea, Lovelace?
I'm gonna tell this creature how crappy this place is. Actually, hold up. Let me tell you.
All right. Yeah. And so you want to just tell Miriam your story
About
of being here
Candlekeep.
and about
Yeah.
Candlekeep? Yeah. Miriam gets a little uncomfortably close with their massive head floating there before you. The ethereal wisps coming off of this dragon head as it curiously cocks and looks towards you and focuses and is just taking in every detail, not interrupting, just letting you speak and tell your story. And at the end of it, Miriam says, "Oh, thank you so much. Now, if I may tell you a story, for I do so miss talking with others. I would agree there are quite some things wrong with this place. It is why I am here, after all. I was bound to this place in life thousands of years ago, and when my body died, the enchantment placed upon me would not let me leave. And so I've been here ever since. At least I have the books and the occasional avowed or seeker who makes their way down into the vaults. But thank you so much for sharing.
Is there anything I could do? I don't really like how they keep trapping folks here. I probably can't make it all the way into the vaults. But do you want out somehow? I already
Oh,
smuggled out one person in a backpack. If it's that kind of situation.
I wish it was so easy. Unfortunately, the Avowed have tried many times to release my spirit. But the one who trapped me here, his magic was too strong, and none can break the enchantment. And so I spend my days here. But Lovelace, there is something different about you. As
A little bit too close. Hello.
oh, right, boundaries.
Just
Slowly drifts back. It's been a very long time. Anyways, it was wonderful to meet you.
yeah, Miriam. I'm gonna go look for Kidaham, but
Of course.
not gonna catch you later because I'm not coming back here, but
I will go back then. But thank you. Have a wonderful rest of your life and stay here in Candlekeep. And the head just dives down into the floor and disappears.
that was not helpful. Kind of cool.
Kadam, what are you doing as you're out on your walk?
I think I slide on shoes and like probably my cloak.
Lovelace is still asleep at this point.
Excellent. I want to go out into the court of air. I will not stop the avowed who is outside the door if they try and follow me.
Yeah, I mean,
I look up into the sky. Is there a moon tonight?
oh boy. I don't have the lunar cycle on my calendar. Sure.
Neither do I.
Yeah. No, yeah. Looking up. Yeah. You know what? It's a full moon. Oh, maybe I'll add that to my calendar. Yeah, it's a full moon. Looking up into the sky above.
What do you want from me? I don't understand, and who exactly are you? I have vague ideas, but why you? Why me? Why now? Why not 30 years ago? I'm perfectly happy with the way things are right now. Why do you have to come and mess with things? Do you want me to talk to Imsh or something? Is he in trouble? Or is this just... I would love some words. You know, there have been absolutely no words exchanged while I've been talking to you, but you haven't talked back. I don't speak symbols very well. Probably make a couple circuits and then go back inside.
Okay. Yeah. You walk around the court of air, even this late or early in the morning, there is still a chant ever present. And the stars above, the nice moonlight illuminating everything. This, I don't know, maybe you think it's beautiful, maybe not, but nevertheless impressive display of architecture before you. But there is no response, no signs, unless you want to do something else.
No. Nathan, I did not have the second level spell slot to cast Calm Emotions, because we haven't actually leveled up yet.
You do now. And you didn't actually cast it, don't worry. You didn't have to use it. But yes.
Okay.
You...
I realized that halfway through Lovelace's thing.
Yeah. Maybe you even... I think that's actually great, actually. So what happens is as you're getting ready to go back inside, you suddenly recall the dream and the thing that you did in the dream. And it felt so normal and natural and just like you knew exactly what to do. And it dawns on you, what the hell was that? What did I do? Like, how did that even work? So it's I don't know, it's this realization that as you think about it, it makes sense. You feel like you could do that right now if you wanted to. You could influence a crowd in front of you, because it's like up to 20 people, I think. It's some very large amount.
Each humanoid within a 20-foot radius
20-foot
sphere.
radius. So you feel this certainty in your core that you could affect a crowd of people to just calm down and become indifferent to some hostile force before them. And you know you could do it. You don't know how or why, but you know you could do it.
I sure hope you know what you're doing. Because I sure as hell do not. I will head back inside.
Okay. You head back inside, and as you're walking down the hall,
Lovelace comes out of the door and being like, Kadam,
Yeah.
how you doing?
What? It's been a couple of dreams. Are you alright?
I had a couple of dreams, and then a spirit dragon.
A spirit dragon after the dreams?
Yeah, this place is weird. It's got lots of trapped folks. Yeah, I don't know. The dreams didn't make any sense. But yours did. You've always been a little bit better at interpreting those vague symbols and unclear
Well,
messages.
I don't know. Maybe I'm just processing my back brain or something.
Or maybe this place is just haunted.
Well, I
It's
would
haunted.
be astonished if it weren't.
Yeah. At least we got what we came here for.
Sort of.
Let's head back to bed.
Yeah.
all right, you head to bed and drift off and finish up the remainder of the night without issue as you find yourselves falling asleep. And you come to the next morning, leveled up, rested, all your spell slots back, all your hit points.
I feel like I could rage at least 150% more now.
Yeah.
I feel like I could take a few more beatings than I could beforehand.
And we are at just about 9 here, but I think to kind of wrap up tonight so that we can start off like going next session.
On the road.
Since we were supposed to leave today. But, you know, we were having fun. You get, you have your breakfast, you say your goodbyes to probably Little One and Samantha.
And Gutweed!
And Gutweed, as Gutweed is there with Little One, looking happy and purring in the crook of his shoulder.
You're gonna be so good here. Little One's gonna take such good care of you.
Just kind of pushes up into your hand and is just kind of crawling around on the back of Little One's massive shoulders as he just is going, oh, okay, oh, okay. And it has to take, it's too much. Oh, it's okay. And yeah, you say goodbye to everyone, meet up with Valor, and you can see Valor waiting for you out front with plate armor on and a helmet at her side, a great big sword sheathed.
You're gonna travel like that? That looks heavy.
No, it's fine. I prefer it this way. I got my pack back here. And besides, things happen out on the trail, so I prefer it to be this way. You ready? Both of you?
We are.
Excellent.
Sure.
Well, let's go get my horse and then we'll be on our way. And she heads over to the stables And entering into these large stables as she goes to retrieve her horse with one of the Avowed guiding her to where her horse is stored. You can see these are massive stables, and there are some pins that are larger than others. And in fact, in one of them, as you're waiting there at the entrance to this great big barn, you watch as a massive eagle head kind of pokes out for a second, and you can see what looks to probably be some sort of four-legged eagle-like creature with almost a horse-like body and big feathery wings.
I want to pet it.
Okay. Go ahead and make an animal handling check.
I would love to, Nathan. That's a 12.
Okay, hold on. Why did I not even? I should have just known this was gonna happen, and I
want to pet it.
I know. Hold on. Yes, so you can see it has this eagle head, and as you approach Lovelace, it has big eagle talons where you'd expect hooves to be, and then as it goes back, you can see a horse behind at the back as it.
Oh, hey, we got one of you up in Baldur's Gate.
And you rolled a 12.
Yeah. The one up there is super tame. And
you reach forward to pet this creature, and it's going to lash out to nip at your hand.
Oh, that's fair.
Let's see. I don't have the thing here. Oh God.
You didn't have the hippogriff stat block just.
Good thing I rolled
available.
Yeah, I didn't. Good thing I rolled a 2. So it only got a 7 as you pull your hand away and it snaps in the air. And just.
That's fair. That's fair.
Yes. So it just kind of stares down at you, not ready to be pet.
Lovelace,
Yep.
you need to bow first.
Ah. Okay. I bow to the hippogriff.
Okay. It seems to just regard you. And you hear hooves approaching and hear Valor. I don't. That one's asshole. Trust me. Don't even bother. Are you just going to keep kneeling there?
No, I'm done.
Okay.
Done here.
Well, let's let us get out of here.
Okay, Kidam. Let's I guess you could just like
Yeah. Do hands
around my waist, I guess. It's
round, on your shoulder.
there's,
Valor's just looking at you.
I've done this a lot. It's
Clearly,
yeah,
clearly.
yeah, around the waist, whatever you're comfortable with.
All right. I will like use my hands to like boost myself up.
Okay.
Swing a leg over.
Yep. Kind of get down, kind of scoop you up.
Yep. And then
It's like because you're
punch a little bit to get around Lovelace's waist.
You're a smaller centaur, so it is kind of like someone riding like a donkey or a pony. Like
Yeah.
It's like a little. It looks a little disproportionate. Like but you can do it. And as Valor mounts up on her horse and you ride out towards the main gates, Velma is just waiting there with a big smile and gestures towards the now wide open gate for you to leave.
Don't even break stride.
And you just and ride out as Valor, and the horse starts to kick off out onto the lion's way, or the way of the lion.
That's a pace. We're doing that.
And you start keeping pace. And Kadam, I guess if you've never rode a horse, this is kind of the first time you're like sitting there, and you feel that sudden rush of wind on you, going at a speed that maybe you haven't actually traveled at before. So I don't know, but we will pick up next time as our players begin the travel to Baldur's Gate, as we all head to the somewhat small world map. And yeah, it'll take about 5 days to get there. We're not gonna do it super hardcore. We're not gonna keep track of rations or anything because you're on like a main thoroughfare, not traveling in the wilderness. But for those of you watching, I will be bumpiest tandem motorcycle ride. Yes. I will be rolling for random encounters, and there are some encounters on there that, as I told our players here, that you probably just want to try to run or hide if I happen to get one of them. So it's not entirely safe to get to Baldur's Gate. We'll see what happens.
No.
The road is a mimic. Oh my god. That's awesome. Yes, the road suddenly opens up into a giant mouth.
Cobblestones,
Yeah.
every one of them.
All right. Well, thank you everyone for joining us tonight. We will wrap up our session here. And yeah, the adventure will continue. Thank you.
I want to fight things.
I think there's a good chance you will. I'm sorry you
Good.
didn't get to fight the spectral dragon head.
No,
But
that's good.
They
It
weren't
seems nice.
they weren't particularly aggressive, so
Yeah.
also it would have been really bad if you had actually decided to fight that spectral dragon. So
Yeah.
anyways, thank you everyone. Have a
Thanks
good
for
night.
playing, for watching,
Yeah.
Good night.
contributing to the playing.
Yes.
Yeah.
Good night.
Good night.